Welcome to the Risk Management and Governance Research Project by Abhay Bhattacharya. When we think about cybersecurity at SecureTech, it's not just about technology, it's about understanding the risks that could impact our businesses and our clients. In this presentation, I'll walk you through the tasks we performed and how we identified risks, aligned our approach with global standards, and put the right controls in place. Ultimately, our goal is to build trust, stay compliant, and make sure SecureTech is always ready to face challenges. First task, pestilence SWOT analysis. As we analyze the secure text environment, we see several forces shaping our strategy. Politically, new cybersecurity mandates open doors for compliance driven solutions. Economically, the booming market brings growth and budget pressures. Socially, people are more aware of privacy, so secure solutions are in high demand. Technologically, we must keep pace with fast evolving threats through advanced tools. Legally, strict standards like ISO 27001 are essential for trust, and environmentally, we are focusing on green IT to support sustainability. Together, these factors guide our decisions and help us stay ahead. When we look at secure tech position as far as SWOT is concerned, our strengths really stand out. Strong partnership, advanced security tools, and a skilled team give us an edge. But we are aware of our weaknesses like limited brand recognition and some reliance on partners, which could slow our growth. On opportunity, there's a huge potential in sectors like government and healthcare, especially as demand for security grows. Of course, we can't ignore our threats that are cyber risks, tough competition, and changing regulations all keep us on our toes and drive us to keep improving. Task 2, interested parties for secure tech solutions. When we talk about information security, it's important to recognize that many different groups can influence or be influenced by our actions. These are interested parties. The ISO 27001 framework helps us identify who these stakeholders are, what they need, and why they matter to our security efforts. By applying this approach, we are not just ticking boxes, we are building stronger compliance, better governance, and greater transparency. At SecureTech, success depends on a network of important relationships. Our clients, including SMEs, government agencies, trust us to keep their data safe and compliant. We also rely on strategic partners who provide these services and infrastructure that power our solutions. Our employees, especially our security analysts and IT staff, play a very crucial role by putting effective controls in place. And finally, regulatory bodies that set the standards we must meet, reminding us that compliance isn't just optional but essential for our reputation and continued growth. Third, task 3 is my scope. When we talk about ISMS, we as scope, we are really defining what parts of our business are protected by our information security system. We start by understanding our objectives and regulatory needs, then identify who's involved and what assets are in scope for secure tech. This means covering all information asset systems and processes related to our services, whether they are on premises or on cloud. Anything outside our direct control, like the third party systems, is excluded from the scope. To show how SMS Scope works in practice, we look at a few real-world examples. Microsoft Scope covers global cloud services and data centers, but leaves out environments managed by customers. IBM focuses its SMS managed security services, excluding infrastructure owned by its clients. And Australia, government agencies typically include their internal systems but exclude outsourced third-party services. These examples highlight how organizations tailor their ISMA scope to fit their unique needs. Task 4, Business Impact Analysis Questionnaire. A business impact analysis or BIA helps in pinpointing which business processes are most critical and crucial and what would happen if they were disrupted. It's a key part of our business continuity planning, following standards like ISO 22301 and NIST guidelines. By identifying essential processes, setting acceptable downtime, and understanding the potential impacts, we can prioritize recovery strategies and make sure SureTech stays resilient no matter what challenges arise. To really understand our business risks, we use the BIA questionnaire to gather insights from key staff about which processes are most critical and what would happen if they were disrupted. We ask about the core services, their potential impacts, dependencies, and recovery goals. Leaders from across the company, like CEO, security analysts, IT admins, all contribute to their expertise. This approach is widely used by other organizations such as IBM, Microsoft to ensure their most important services stay resilient even during unexpected events. Task 5, Asset Register. At SecureTech, protecting our assets starts with knowing exactly what we have and who's responsible for it. Each department, from cybersecurity operations to cloud services, has a clear role in managing our critical resources. Our assets range from hardwares like firewalls and intrusion detection systems to software tools like VPN services, and most importantly, client data. By keeping this register up to date, we ensure every asset is accounted for and properly safeguarded. The detailed asset register can be found at the end of the presentation under Artifacts. At SecureTech, we treat most of our assets as highly sensitive, classifying them as restricted, whether they are on premises or on the cloud. To keep information confidential, we limit access to authorized staff and use strong encryption and multi-factor authentication. For integrity, we validate changes, maintain audit trails, and ensure data accuracy. To guarantee availability, we rely on redundant systems, regular backups, and continuous monitoring. So our critical assets are always protected, up and available, and accessible when needed. Let's look at how we protect two of our most important assets, firewalls. We focus on confidentiality by restricting access and enforcing strong rules, while integrity is maintained through regular validation and logging. We also ensure availability with redundant firewalls and constant monitoring. When it comes to client data, we encrypt information, limit access, and perform regular audits. We check data integrity with validation and audit trails and safeguard availability through backups, storage, and disaster recovery plans. Task 6, risk register. To keep secure tech resilient, we regularly need to identify and assess the biggest risks to our information and operations. Some of the top risks we face include regulatory non-compliance, which could lead to fines or reputational harm, and cyber attacks like ransomware that can really disrupt our business. We watch for service outages in the cloud, insider threats from employees, and supply chain issues within our vendors. Finally, we need to be mindful of negative publicity that could result from a breach or compliance failure. By managing these risks, we help protect SecureTech's future. At SecureTech, we take a thorough approach to risk management by evaluating each risk for its potential impact and likelihood. We put strong controls in place like compliance audits, firewalls, staff training, and backup strategies to keep risks in check. Most risks are brought down to a medium level after these measures are put in place. We don't stop there. Continuous monitoring and regular updates ensure we are protected. Ultimately, proactive risk management is key to safeguarding our assets, reputation, and compliance. Task 7, risk controls. To address the key risks we have identified at SecureTech, we apply targeted controls based on ISO 27001 colon 2022 standards for regulatory and non-compliance. We focus on strong information security policies and regular staff training to defend against cyber attacks. We use malware protection, secure authentication, and continuous system monitoring. And for cloud service outages, we rely on robust backups and monitoring and supplier security measures. These controls work together to keep our data safe and our systems resilient and our clients' trust intact. Beyond the main risks, we also address insider threats by managing our user access and monitoring systems use. To guard against vendor failures, we focus on strong supplier relationships and reliable backups for negative publicity. We have incident management and project integration controls in place. The key takeaway is that applying these targeted and assure A controls, SecureTech reduces risk exposure and builds a stronger and more resilient security posture. To wrap up, we started by identifying and assessing the major risks facing SecureTech, which allowed us to take proactive steps to reduce potential incidents. We then analyzed our key stakeholders and critical assets, making sure our security measures align with our business goals and compliance needs. By implementing ISO 27001 controls, we strengthened our ability to protect sensitive data and build client trust. And finally, with our strong business continuity planning, we are prepared to recover quickly from disruptions and support ongoing growth. Thank you for your time and patience.